Yeah, I mean, we finished out the season pretty strong here, and this has always been a topic of conversation is getting to this playoff run. So, we've been getting really excited and practicing really hard this past couple days, and leading up to this playoffs, we've had a really hard schedule due to COVID. A lot of restrictions. I mean, a lot of games got canceled, so we were playing back-to-back a lot. So that was a good experience for us to get used to playing back-to-back quick games, which happens in these playoff runs too. So I think that was a good experience for us these past couple weeks.
Yeah, as always, it's very exciting at playoff time, so no need to motivate. The kids are ready to roll. They're excited to start, and obviously getting a home game was huge for us. It has been a crazy season, just the stops and starts with kids in and out. So, I think that what we've seen in these last couple weeks is our team finally coming together, having 11 people in the practice setting when we were allowed to practice in terms of, game practice. But I feel good about where we are as a team heading into the playoffs because of that.
I think we did a really good job these past 2 weeks of understanding the scout and coming in and working hard and paying attention to the small details, like taking care of our bodies and fueling properly. So it was really just good experience for us to get before going into this playoff run.
Especially our senior class, I think they were a huge part of that run to win the NE10 championship 2 years ago, and it's probably one of their favorite memories from being here. So it's still fresh for them, and again, I think being able to play at home to start this playoff run is really good, and their experience in those big games will definitely help us.
We're coming off being the defending champs that was 2 years ago, but there are a lot of us on this team that were on that team and know what it takes to get that championship and the grit and the grind that goes into that. And I think this whole year, us upperclassmen have been trying to instill that in the underclassmen and the younger kids of that this isn't going to be easy, but it's something that we can do if we all come together. And like I just said, the second half of the season, we really turned a corner, and I think a lot of the underclassmen started to understand that this is a grind and we're getting there, and we've been trying to teach them that this whole year.
We talked about that last weekend, having to play back-to-back games to finish up the season. We went in and said, this is playoff basketball. You're going to have to, hopefully if we get there, we'll have to play back-to-back. So it's a different type of preparation. It's a different type of taking care of yourself heading into it. So obviously it was a disappointing loss up at SNU, but for the kids to rebound and play really well on Sunday, again, I'm very encouraged by that. I think it's just continue to get better at some of the things that we haven't done well, and I like our growth in terms of our defense, understanding how to play the ball screens better, understanding personnel better than we had kind of mid-season, really locking into scouts and the preparation that we can do. And this will be probably the first time in a few weeks that we've actually been able to have 2 practices before a game. So that's going to be great for us. We look forward to just practicing.
We are going to have some really great practices this week and just lock in of getting back to having these hard practices, but also focusing on the scout and what we need to do to play together as a team. Definitely hit a corner the start of this new year, and we started playing a little bit more cohesively and as a team, and I think that definitely helped us in playing these games that were back-to-back.
I'm really impressed. They played a great game when they were here. They had kids coming off the bench who gave them great minutes, and their post presence was really strong. And if you look, 3 out of their four last games have been wins for them, and I think that they're finally figuring out, a rotation and, who's stepping into roles for them. They've been different sorts of starting lineups, but I think Whitney, this being her first true year, I think that's part of the process. Obviously we know Whitney well, and she's such a talented coach, and we know they're going to defend well. That's one of her huge strengths as a coach. So we definitely are seeing a more talented team coming in for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they got some really good players on that team, and obviously we have the home advantage here, which we had when we played them earlier, but I know that we're all really excited to get back out there on the court and get this win.